Theme Review. The Robodogs of Greenville, illustrated by John Hovell. Characters: narrator, Diz, Cosmo, Robodog, Professor, Captain Spacely. Setting: a town on Earth in the future. Narrator: this story takes place in the year 2222 in a small town called Greenville. Greenville is a friendly little community. Just like many other towns, everyone gets along there. Diz: hi, Cosmo. Thanks for inviting me over. Cosmo: anytime, Diz. How are things over at your dad's hydrocar store? Diz: really busy, Cosmo. Cosmo: I hear they're selling those hydrocars faster than the factory on planet Mars can make them. Narrator: Diz and Cosmo live with their families in Greenville. Their parents fly the children to school in the family hydrocars. The children chat with their friends each evening on the family televideo computers. They also play with their family dogs. Diz: here, Robodog, catch the flying disc. Robodog: I am coming, owner Diz. I will catch the disc. Narrator: there is one unusual thing about the dogs in Greenville. All the dogs are robots. Fluency tip: think about what a robot dog might sound like if it spoke. Diz: good catch, Robodog. Robodog: thank you, owner Diz. What can I do for you now? Narrator: the Robodog is the only kind of dog in Greenville. Scientists have built Robodogs to be better than real dogs. They can speak. They can take care of chores that would have required effort, such as cleaning and cooking. They can even beam movies from their eyes onto a wall. Cosmo: last night, our Robodog showed us an old movie. Diz: what was it about? Cosmo: it was about a real dog. She was beautiful. Diz: a real dog? What was she like? Cosmo: a lot like our Robodogs. She could do tricks and help her owners. Diz: could she speak? Cosmo: she could only make a sound called barking. She didn't know any human words. Diz: really? That's strange. Robodog: yes, that is very strange, owner Diz. Cosmo: Robodog, I'm hungry. Would you go to the kitchen and make sandwiches for Diz and me, please? Robodog: should I do that, owner Diz? Diz: it's okay, Robodog. Cosmo's Robodog is at home. You can follow Cosmo's commands, too. Robodog: I will be right back, owner Diz and friend Cosmo. Cosmo: the dog in the movie seemed to love her owner. She was sweet and cuddly. She didn't just work around the house. Diz: the dog loved her owner? That sounds strange. Fluency tip: think about how Diz feels about dogs. Cosmo: it was nice, really. The dog and her owner were best friends. Diz: I wish my Robodog were like that. Narrator: you see, Robodogs are helpful and can do tricks, but they are not sweet or cuddly. Cosmo: maybe we should talk to the professor about this. Narrator: The professor is an expert on animals, so Diz and Cosmo go to talk to the professor about the differences between real dogs and Robodogs. Professor: Yes, Diz and Cosmo, it is true that real dogs had emotions, while Robodogs do not. Real dogs could be happy or sad. They could even show love. Express that feeling as you read these lines. Diz: Why don't our Robodogs show emotion? Professor: Scientists do not know how to make dogs that act like friends. They can make them useful, but not loving. Cosmo: My Robodog is very functional. It cleans my room, makes my meals, and helps me with my homework. Diz: Robodogs aren't very cuddly. Cosmo: I know. After Robodog has done its chores or tricks, it just switches off. Professor: That's right. It dozes. The scientists made Robodogs that way to save energy. Diz: I wish I had a real dog. Cosmo: There aren't any more real dogs. They disappeared permanently from Earth 100 years ago. Professor: It's funny that you should say that. I just got off my intergalactic computer phone with the famous explorer Captain Spacely. He told me about an astonishing discovery. Maybe he can tell you about it, too. Computer phone, call Captain Spacely. Spacely: Captain Spacely here. Professor, do you want to hear more about my discovery? Professor: Yes, indeed I do, Captain. Tell my friends Diz and Cosmo what you have found. Spacely: I can do better than that. I'll show them what I have found. Narrator: Captain Spacely steps away from the computer phone. Diz and Cosmo hear a whining sound. Then they hear barking. Diz: What is that strange sound? Cosmo: I heard that sound in the movie. It's the barking sound a real dog makes. Narrator: Captain Spacely is visible on the screen again. Spacely beckons to a furry thing that leaps into his arms. Cosmo and Diz see that it looks like a Robodog, but it acts differently. Fluency tip: Captain Spacely is telling important details. Speak at a slower speed so that listeners can follow the story clearly. Spacely: I've found real dogs. There is a small planet that has many of the same animals that were once on Earth. In fact, it has so many kinds of inhabitants that food and space are becoming scarce. Narrator: The dog in Captain Spacely's arms wags its tail and licks his face. Diz and Cosmo look at the dog with amazement. Diz: I wish I could have one of those dogs. Cosmo: Me too. Professor: I think that can be arranged. Tell them your plan, Captain Spacely. Spacely: To help the animals, I am bringing a spaceship full of dogs back to Earth. There is ample room on Earth for dogs. Also, I know that people on Earth would take great care of them. Cosmo and Diz, caring for a dog takes a lot of responsibility. If you promise to care for them, you can have the first two. Diz and Cosmo: Thanks, Captain Spacely. Narrator: Sure enough, Captain Spacely brings real dogs back to Earth. Cosmo and Diz get the first two dogs. Diz: Give me a hug, Scooter. Cosmo: Here, Rascal, come and play with me. Narrator. As for the Robodogs, Cosmo and Diz decide to keep them. They come in handy when it's time to give Scooter and Rascal a bath. Robodog. Owner Cosmo, should I get Rascal's bath ready? Cosmo. Yes, Robodog. After that, would you take Rascal out for a walk?